So, we're going back here. We're in ha, right? Everybody say ha. Now, ha, it starts at the middle of the line again, comes down. You see that? You can do it even lower as a new pen. But it should not, no matter where I put it, it should not go past the middle part, and it should not go past the middle part on the secondary line. Does that make sense? Ha. Ta. Ta starts on the line. Do you see that? Looks like a little bunny rabbit ears. You can angle it. You can put it on the line. You should practice it like that. Did you see that? Because this is the tail that it's coming from. And then placing the stick is right there. Or you can place it a little forward, up like that. It's better to try to place it where I originally put it. Like that. Okay? Does that make sense? Show you one. Just like that. Does that make sense? Okay, right here, it's not actually attached, right? Don't try not to attach it. Try to attach it ever so slightly, but if it's not attached, it means it's attached. Okay? That's just something that, because you're writing. Just like when you write script, you sometimes make something and it doesn't go there. Is that clear? Does everybody else understand that? Yeah. Yeah is written like this. That's if you put it on the line and let's say you're going to put a hamza on it or something like that. If not, ya is written just like ba and ta and tha. It's just like this. That's at the beginning of a word. And you put two dots under it, like that. Or, and this means this tail, this is the tail for ya now. What am I going to do with this tail? Connect it to the next letter. Let's say it's a ta. Then I go like that. Okay? So that's how it goes. So this is the ya. What I can do sometimes is watch. Watch this, guys. If I make a ya at the beginning of a word, I can do this. You see what I did? This right here means this. Let me do that again. Watch. Now watch. You see how I did that? This means this is equal to two dots. Yes, ma'am. Yes, there's sometimes the yeah might not have a squiggly line. Depending on what you're reading, if you're reading something in Arabic where they may assume that they don't need to put it there at the end of a word sometimes. Sometimes you'll see a word like this. This is a yeah from here down. This is the tail, this is a fa, this is the yeah. Or if you see ila, excuse me? That means fi. And this means ila. Okay? Yes?
So how would you be able to distinguish if they don't?
Practice. How would you distinguish? Practice. 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 Get used to seeing it. Once you get used, here I'll show you all those different types of things now and different type of scripts, insha'Allah ta'ala, by the time the end of this course, and you'll be familiar with them. Familiarization is the first part of learning. And then it goes on. Your knowledge takes 6 stages. One is jahl al-basit, just regular ignorance of a thing in totality. Then jahl al-murakkab, where you know it and you really think you know it, but you don't know it, so it's compounded. Then you get into, tawahum, where it's not really clear and it's confusing. Then shak, which is some doubt, you know it and then you know it in another way. Then you get the dhann, I think I got it, but I'm not really confident. And then ilm al-mutlaq, ilm that you know it absolutely without any unshakable doubt about it. And so you just go through those stages with the letters, learning. Okay? Can I go on? All right. Now, practice. This is a practice for learning the alphabet. Remember, everything takes its time. And the Prophet ﷺ was telling us that when learning, you breathe. The body breathes. And the mind breathes. So breathe towards the sunnah. What I'm saying here is this. The more you practice, the luckier you'll get. This is a drill. Once you learn all the letters, you should practice writing the letters without lifting your pen. So you start, let's say you're going to do abjadiyya. You start, you say alif. What's the next letter? Next letter. Okay? I'm sorry, I did that. Huh? Del. What's the next one? Abjad. Ha. Oh, you said ha or ha? You see that? Let's do this again. Alif, ba, jim, del. So now come here and put the dot there, right? In the hamza. After every word, you go back and put the dot, jim. Okay, what's the next letter word? Ha. Wow. Za. What's the next word? Next one? Come back and put the two dots there. What's the next one? Okay. Abjad, hawaz, huttiya kaliman, sa'fas. Then you do that one. Sa'fas. Put the dot there. Then come back. Fakhid. Badid. And you practice writing it, or you do it in the way what's the way the it's huruf hijaiya, and you write it like this. Let me start here. You go alif ba ta tha jim ha kha dal dhal ra zay sin shin sad dad طا ضا عين غين فا قاف كاف لام ميم نون ها واو يا. And then you come back. Alif, ta, tha, jim, ha, kha, dal, dhal, ra, zay, sin, shin, sad, dad, ta, dha, ain, ghain. I'll do it the way. Fa, Qaf, Kaf, Lam, Mim, Nun, Ha, Wa, Ya. And you practice that. You practice not lifting your hand except where you have to. And then you look at it. Can I read this? Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha, Jim, Ha. And you say, okay, well, if that's like that, I can't do it. You can do it another way. If you do, let's say, Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha, and then you go down. That's one way of doing it. Okay? Let me do that again. This is Ab, Ta, Tha, Jim, Ha, Kha. What you can do is so Ba, Ta, Tha, and then you go down, 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 and then you start going again. So this would be Jim, Ha, Kha. Like that. But it's easier. Well, that's easier too. Then Dal, Dhal, Ra, Zay, and Ila Akhiriha. And little things like Ila Akhiriha, little things like this, Alif, Lam, Kha, which means etc. You learn those in these types of classes. Okay? This means ila akhiri. And you'll see that in a book or something like that. Ila akhirihi. And if you want to know what you see when you see this like this means intaha, finished. The alif and the ha, intaha. These two things, I see you guys writing them down. Now I'm going back to the lesson at hand. Tell me when I can do it. It all just takes practice, okay? Now, today's letter is what? KAAF. Everybody say KAAF. KAAF. And like I said, if you just take your time, learn one letter at a time, and actually learn it. You guys have to memorize. Memorize this stuff like it's a nursery rhyme, and it'll become very, very easy for you in the future. If you don't, you'll get confused. If you don't memorize, you will be confused. Because then you won't know exactly what it is. You'll have an idea, but you mixed it up. So, this letter goes like this. KAAF. Everybody say KAAF. We're familiar with this sound, and you'll find out right now. It starts off, it says kafun, the crazy, clacking, sound, that gets Caught up in my mouth.